A certain young man died recently, and what happened to his body will shock you. Welcome back, guys. This gist is about a certain young man who died recently from an electric shock. For privacy reasons and respect to the family because of what happened to the body, we won't be disclosing his name. So, this young man died from an electric shock. And from the sources, it is said that he was the only son of his family. And those of us that are deep in our roots, I mean Africans, we know there's this respect that goes to a family whenever there's a male child, especially the mother or the father. If it's a very traditional person, they feel the male child is to inherit everything the father has or represent the father in certain situations. But in this case, they don't have that son, that child anymore to play that role. And that's why it hurts more because of what actually happened. So, after this young man died, his body was taken to the mortuary, and yesterday was his funeral. Allegedly, as they reached the mortuary while checking the guy's body, it was found that both the tongue, lips, and the Charlie Charlie, I mean Willy Willy, I mean Ekpon. What's the other word I can use to describe it so I don't say the real word? Most of us know it as Bola. The joystick of a man. Yeah. So it was discovered that it was cut off allegedly. But, well, as deep as the case was, I had to ask questions and make findings. And I was able to get a video to actually prove that it was actually removed. I mean, the Willy Willy, the Charlie Charlie, yeah, it was actually removed. So I've heard of situations like this, but I wasn't really sure about it happening in the mortuary. I've heard of where they go to the graveyard to remove those things, but I wasn't really sure of it happening in the mortuary. Although I know they do rituals there, but I I didn't really know that okay, they do those things right there. Well, before I continue what I'm saying, let's just see a very short clip of the the body. It's a little bit graphic, but I'll blur the side that I can. So that's a video of one of the relative showing the public what they are crying about, what actually happened to the body. So he had to remove the opening that was covering his Willy Willy. Yeah. So we could see. But because of how graphic it was, I had to blur the image. It is not as if this person was sick and died in a hospital. This person was electrocuted. And after he died, they took him to the hospital and he spent months there. It was just yesterday the family was able to go to the mortuary to settle the debt on the body and also make arrangements for the funeral and the coffin as well because of the financial challenges they had. I know many of us we are not familiar with all these things because I know some of our viewers are Muslims, some are Christians, some they are others. But unlike Islam, where the burial is conducted immediately the person dies, they don't take the person to the mortuary. They just take the person straight to the cemetery or where they want to bury the person. Unlike Christians would wait till they make all the arrangements. Their goat is ready. They've gotten the coffin they want. They've contributed money in the family to cook rice, and while looking for a particular location, and they'll be renting canopy and undertakers that will come and dance with the coffin and the rest, all those things. Muslims, they don't do that. So they had to wait till they had the money to actually settle all these things before they went for the body, which is actually very risky. It is not safe for the body of a family member, the loved ones that are deceased. But they took their chances because they didn't know all this. So that was how they were able to discover that, okay, this guy's Filiano has disappeared. So they were able to arrest the caregivers, I mean the mortuary attendants there that cleans up the body. You know, they always do the cleaning and washing. So they were able to get them, and they asked them what happened to the Poyoyo. And let us listen.
What happened to the prick?
Okay, after I work finish, prick still there.
Okay, prick been there.
There, that's how they carry from prick there.
Okay.
So after the work, we use that prick treatment, the chemical. So the thing don't drive, but both one when they inside, that's when they drive. You go walk everywhere. So this one don't fall down, don't give a medicine. To cut them, don't cut anything.
So if you, as you see that thing now, it be like something where go inside based on chemical.
Yes, it's true.
Can I cut them?
Man, you know, cut them in the dry.
But that place, as you see them now, you see
This
the
one went there
blood.
for us. So we get chop am. That one went there for us.
Okay.
So we actually heard what he said, that at first it's chemical they give to them. So whenever they administer these chemicals, it dries up the whole thing. And after a few minutes, he said he guess it is rat that ate it. Just like snake swallowed money in JAMB office. So when the snake was done with swallowing the money in JAMB office, he sent rat to come and eat the chukudi of the ekpon. But the people of the town was not buying any of this thing, because it is not the first time we're hearing things like this. We know what some of those people do in the mortuary. That's why we hear, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I've heard cases of where people say those that work in the mortuary are not ordinary people. If you are seeing things at night, if you have the mind, the guts to actually work in the mortuary, there are things that I don't doubt you doing. I do not doubt that one person can do this, one person. But if it is true that there's a chemical that they apply in people's ekpon, people's bola, that it dries up, I don't know if they are going to use it in the spiritual realm, that they want to dry it up, that they don't want them to go and give birth to children in the spiritual realm. But if anybody knows about this, please drop a comment so that we know your view on this. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also follow us on Facebook. Thank you.